Showtime Primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.,
I'm having nightmares right now.
Matt Hayes,
Big asses, big thighs, yeah.
and Leon Searcy.
Bed Bath & Beyond. Nothing says football like scented soap.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
I'm just gonna say I'm missing Bed Bath & Beyond today. That's probably the way I'll describe it. We're missing Triple B, Big Sur's, Bed Bath & Beyond.
I always get that mixed up with Bath and Body Works.
Yeah.
Like my daughters love to go to Bath and Body Works, and I always say,
good.
"You want to go to Bed Bath and Beyond?" They give me this look like, "Are you out of your mind?"
Yeah, I don't think.
I love Bath. Is that the one with the candles?
Yeah.
well,
Love
that's
that
the one-
place.
And the
You know
shower
what?
gels. And, yeah,
a nice
it is
candle
nice.
date's not a bad idea.
No.
No,
Okay.
it's not apparently.
Wick
no.
Candle Bar.
Yes.
so I had no idea you had that side of you, JJ, where
Of
you wouldn't mind.
course.
Listen, I would go in there and I would buy whatever, all the flavors, and it's the great.
Bro, it's not the flavors. It's
trust me, it's the flavors,
Scents.
and it's a great stocking stuffer and all that kind of stuff. And
It's
then
gotten a little pricey.
they did, and then
Very pricey.
And then all of a sudden, you open up a cabinet, it's like 75 of them. You're like,
That
okay,
you've unused that I've gotten over the years.
yeah, like
Soaps.
a half a dozen of whatever. Okay, become a little less predictable.
And it's like August, and you're using some Christmas scented soap that you bought her 2 years ago.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll have to have one of those shows where we're talking about Christmas gifts, just the horrible ones that you looked up. I'll tell you a quick story. This is just classic. And matter of fact, I forgot to bring it up to Gio. But first off, welcome in. Okay, Florida Home AC Friday. We are fired up. We are missing Big Surge today. He's got today and Monday off, but we got all things to attack, including your Jags against the Chargers. And we're just looking at every angle possible to perhaps get back in the winner's circle against a good team. So we will do that. We got all the big college football games. Todd Golden coming up a little bit later on. But the mother-in-law, and she celebrated a nice birthday. Lo and behold, she celebrates the birthday. Her and young Hyla have the birthday on the same day.
You and the
And-
mother-in-law are good though, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Listen,
I'm just checking.
she's responsible for buying my first big screen TV. Okay,
Okay,
so
you're definitely good.
I have a place in her heart. She's got a big one in mine too. So anyway, she goes home and she's a little bit of a clean freak, and so she goes home and she's making the bed. And like I said, she's getting a little up in age, and all of a sudden she gets kind of tangled up, takes a fall,
Oh, no.
shoulder.
Oh,
Terrible,
man.
terrible.
called
Okay,
On her birthday?
yeah, on her birthday. And you just felt terrible for her. And so anyway, she kind of got wrapped up in it, lost her balance, boom, shoulder, has to go in a sling, all this kind of stuff. Like I said, I was going to tell Gio about it. Maybe I'll bring it up on Breaking Bones with him. But she comes back after going to see the doctor. She's in a sling. It's all tight, kind of holding it together and everything like that. And she comes home. So now George, Pop, has got to take care of her.
Right.
And he ain't used to that, right? And like I said, she's a little bit of a
You
clean
tell me
freak.
he ain't liking it?
Yeah.
It's a little dirty. It's getting a little dirty.
No, she's a little bit of a clean freak. And so he went out and bought her a lightweight vacuum, okay, just to try and help her out.
Oh, my. What a man.
Yeah. So that would fall under the heading of the worst gift. And apparently she was pretty dang excited about it, too, which is just crazy. But anyway, he went out and specifically went looking for a lightweight vacuum just to make her feel better, which is just classic.
I can't wait to tell my wife that story tonight.
It's just beautiful.
Like, see, baby, this is our future.
Oh, you better believe it. I've got some of those great ones that that either I live in lore or some of my friends or
So
in-laws.
did he say that was like a Christmas? This is early Christmas gift.
Yeah,
for
this
you,
is
too.
basically an early.
I was listen. I got
Cutting
my
off right now.
I got my hair cut today.
Yeah.
In the barbershop. I don't know what you would call like a great clips. I don't call it
Right.
a barbershop. I don't even know what it is.
It's
It's
just-
not a hairdresser.
You're
either.
a salon man.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm whoever does a cheap guy.
Yeah.
So as I'm leaving, I got a happy Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Nice.
Is it? It's 2 weeks out.
Yeah, it is. It's too far out.
I like that. Okay.
Like just
What
enjoy
about all
the
the
enjoy the
the
weather.
Christmas stuff up right now? Is that too early?
Yeah, it's just enjoy the weather. is what it
Nothing's
is.
too
why do you
early
even
for the birth
hesitate?
of Christ, bro.
Yeah.
How
Amen,
dare
bro.
you?
Amen.
Well, so we're doing the big trip to Nashville for Thanksgiving. And-
Omni Hotel.
Yeah, and so by the way,
So
I need
happy
to-
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly. I need to post a link, and I hope you guys will take advantage of the great race that the Omni Nashville is setting up for us, because they want really anybody from Duval heading up to that ville to enjoy it. And we're talking, you don't have to Uber, you don't have to do anything.
Nice.
And it is right there in the heart of downtown, just around the corner from Broadway. When I was up there with the CMA Fest, I'd walk back and I'd catch an Uber right there at the Omni Nashville. So it is a beautiful spot, walk to the stadium, all that kind of stuff. But I'll post a link on X, but definitely check out 1010XL.com and click on that Omni link for great rates. And so anyway, we're going up there, all fired up for it, looking forward to getting up there with the weather, the beautiful daughter Hyla, the son-in-law, all that kind of stuff. But we're bringing the whole crew. So the other kids are coming. And Michael in the middle has went out and bought him an old van, and he's turned it into the Rico ride. Okay. And he
The
has got,
Minshew-mobile.
yeah, he has got a Rico ride because they're campers. And so he and KDB,
Nice.
they're planning on going up
How
there.
long's the drive from Jax?
It's probably about 10,
Oof.
something in that
I hope
neighborhood.
it makes
It's
it.
all of 10.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nashville.
Yeah. Well,
It's more of 11.
yeah. I think if you make one stop, yeah, a 12-hour deal is probably what it
You
is.
got to hit at least one Buc-ee's on the way down, right?
True. Very true. Very true. But the Rico ride is just right now ready to churn and burn. And
By the way,
and
what is the Buc-ee's under if you're driving from Nashville to Jacksonville? What's the under on that?
What do you mean?
How
Like
many
how
hitting?
many? Good question. If I put it at like 10.5, would you go over?
No, but I
go
think
in.
if you put it at 1.5, I might go over.
Oh, 1.5.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you
my
mean
stop-
stops?
yeah, stops at
Oh, I
Buc-ee's.
thought you
Oh,
meant
yeah.
how many you would
That's
pass.
pretty easy.
No, how many you stop at?
One
If
and a
I
half.
put it at 1.5, what'd you do?
Over.
You'd go the over.
Oh, yeah.
You, JJ, the over?
I love that
I'm,
place.
I'm,
yeah.
and I'm
Free
just,
plug.
I'm honestly there just for people watching.
And the bathrooms are pristine.
Yeah, they
The
are.
best.
Take it back.
That's why you go. The
Pristine,
best.
I should have said.
Take it back.
Yeah,
I'm
and
there.
prestigious for
Yeah.
that matter.
I'm there for the facilities and then the people watching because it's just an odd.
Oh
it's-
yeah,
it's
and
an
I'm included
interesting-
in that.
an
I'm looking at the
interesting
onesies and the, I'm
Don't
in
you
the
feel like?
clothes
Don't you
section.
feel like taken care of when you're sitting in that bathroom at Buc-ee's?
Oh, dude.
It's just
Yeah.
it's
amazing.
immaculate. It's
Yeah,
clean
you're catered to.
and it's
But it's the only
Certainly
place.
no
That,
rest stop.
yeah, it's the only
Yeah,
place that you can
that's-
go and get like some really good, interesting snacks and a onesie in the same spot.
Exactly.
It's the only
and
place.
you walk in the bathroom. There's a light above the stall that tells you whether it's open or not. You
Yeah.
don't have to keep grabbing them.
Oh, that's
There's
true.
always a guy
I,
in there
I did not know
cleaning.
that.
Yes, always a guy
Well,
cleaning.
apparently when they opened it,
I've
their
not
whole
used the stalls there. Maybe that's why.
their
Oh, dude, I mean, you haven't lived since
their
yeah.
whole thing when they opened was we want to make a place that has clean bathrooms.
Yeah.
For like families, because
Yeah,
it's just
it's-
when you're on the interstate, you're
It's
Good
the way it
luck.
should be. Pat Mahomes would not have that rest stop run in there. He would just saunter
slide
on
and
in.
glide
yeah,
through
yeah,
there, boy.
Yeah. All right. So I forgot what I was going to say about Nashville, but I'll get back to it later.
the camper.
Yeah, but it was something else. It was something else.
You got to take some pictures and video of the new stadium too.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, the son-in-law, like we said, the one thing I hold against him is both of them have Tennessee ties, and so they both should fall in the power rankings just for that alone.
Right.
But one's a Knoxville family tie, the other one's a Nashville resident, and so anyway. But it does. The last time we were there, it looks like it was looking pretty good because
Yeah.
they're building right next to the other one, and that whole downtown area is just nuts.
I mean, they've got literally. It's like a bowl inside a box. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But they've got probably 3/4 of the bowl. Last time I saw it, done.
yeah.
Last time I flight over, I was like, whoa, that's impressive.
And it's kind of like when you come down to this stadium, you see all these cranes, you see all the stuff working around Everbank. They're doing work. There's a lot going on that will be accomplished in this year.
Right, next year at
And
this
then-
time, you'll be able to fly over that and go, oh,
Yeah, because next
Yeah.
year is when they're going with that upper area, upper bowl, I guess you'd call it, which is kind of strange to even say that. You're going to have lower bowl seating, and they're going to be working on the upper bowl.
Right.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to my head. But anyway, that's what will
are
be
they gonna
happening.
put like huge construction curtains? What are they gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know, actually. I don't know, but
Mind our dusts.
yeah, exactly. Pardon our dust. You'll
Pardon
see
our
those
dust.
signs everywhere. All right, let's see here. South Atlanta, North Atlanta. You're going to have 45 minutes to the one between Knoxville and Nashville. Nashville.
Oh, the Buc-ee's.
Yeah. There are only 2 leaving from Jax. Okay, that's interesting. Thank you very much. Wow. Listen, we appreciate it because
And that
listen,
depends on which route you take. If you
Exactly.
go 95, it's different. It's a different time. If you go
Right.
75, it's different.
yeah, and so, but you got to pick it out. You got to pick it out. All right, so let's get into a handful of things. Let's say hello to our head coach, Coach Campo, coming up here in just a few minutes. Todd Golden, like we said a little bit later on, as the Gators and the Canes are
And
going
we
to
have
be
tickets to get.
Yes, they're going to be in the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena Sunday night, 8:30 tip. And did you say a family 4-pack? I'm pretty
I
sure you
did.
did. And so that is what we have a little bit later on for Gator fan or Canes fan to go see the defending national champion Florida Gators against the Miami Hurricanes. We had Jay Lucas, the head coach of the Canes, on yesterday. Good
Great
conversation with him.
Yeah.
Definitely a good dude. All right, so let's get into everything surrounding the Jags and the Chargers. We'll do it coming up with our head coach. Don't forget Campo and Joe podcast. You can go to any of the social channels and watch the whole show because he breaks it down really well as far as what this team needs to do, can do, and might do. A Florida home AC Friday, so crank up some rock and roll requests. Send them JJ the DJ's way. Just hit the text line at 641-1010, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. The players leave it all on the field, and after it's over, the party gets started. Packer Leon and Coach Gerald England bring you the window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter, nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Some auto shops love giving your wallet a flush every time you visit. Not AA Automotive. They fix only what needs fixing, nothing more. Honest, fast, and fair. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street. Boring name, awesome service, and no wallet flush.
Make Honda of the Avenues your first stop for award-winning customer service and world-class Honda vehicles. Our inventory is larger than ever, which means we have the perfect Honda waiting for you. Plus, at Honda of the Avenues, we always put our customers first, making the car buying experience fun, fast, and easy. You'll always find great deals on our huge selection of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, all prepped and ready for a test drive. Come see just how different car buying can be at Honda of the Avenues today. Stop by or shop from home at HondaoftheAvenues.com. Proud sponsor of Sporting Jags.
I'm Hacker, and I'll get you more Gator Chomps during the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. New episodes drop every Friday. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval Drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval!
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season is finally here, and with that, hopefully comes cooler weather. And if you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space and just haven't pulled the trigger, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures right now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business. Give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Did you know Duck Duck Rooter is the area's go-to plumber? A 5-star Google-rated company, Duck Duck Rooter can take care of all of your plumbing repairs and upgrades. Need to switch from septic over to city sewer? Call the Duck. How about water heater repairs and replacement? You're just a duck away, or call away, for Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. When it comes to selling your home, you think you got problems? Well, I got promises. Chad and Sandy do. Jacksonville homes are selling, but it can take months and a low price to sell. Not anymore. You go with Chad and Sandy Newman, the experts that I recommend. Proven systems. They drive demand for selling your home, and they have this guarantee. Bottom line, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. That's why the local real estate experts that I'm trusting and recommending need to sell now. Chad and Sandy will have instant offers, fast, easy, and stress-free. Keith in Atlantic Beach said, I wanted to move my parents closer. They needed a lot of help getting their home ready for sale and finding a new one. Medical issues made things even more challenging. I called Chad and Sandy because I heard their stories on the radio. The Chad and Sandy team were compassionate, professional, got the job done. My folks' home sold the very first weekend for $1.2 million in cash. Call the local experts I'm recommending. Call Chad and Sandy today, 904-414-6200 or chadandsandy.com.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
All right. It's our man from D-Town. I could go with Matthew McConaughey. All right. Because Coach Campo joins us now as we talk Jaguar football against the Chargers this Sunday and a little look back against those hated Houston Texans from this past week. Coach, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. And listen, you guys never cease to amaze me the way you lower the level, starting the whole show off talking about going to the toilet.
How is that lowering the level? That's what everyone wants to hear driving around.
Well,
it was
telling people a nice, clean place they could stop at.
Well,
who doesn't want that, Dave?
Coach, I'll give you one because one dude did text in. He goes, Matt, onesie talk, wasn't prepared for that.
But that wasn't me. That was you with the onesie talk. That wasn't me. Are you telling me that you, as a grown man, you're not interested in a nice place to use the facilities while you're driving? Is that what you're telling me, Dave?
I loved every second of it, or I wouldn't be bringing it up.
And there is definitely some intel when it comes to how many of them are out there on the way in the direction that they're headed, because there are plenty of people that one dude said, you leave Duval at 10 p.m., you'll be in Nashville at 6:30 a.m. And so
zero chance.
Yeah. Listen.
If you drive like Joe,
right. That's true. That's a great point, Joe. If you drive like White Knuckle Joe, you might.
I believe in the others out there that look, if you move at a nice rate, you ain't going over the top.
Your nice rate is like 90. That's not.
Stop it. TLD listens to the show. She always saying like, you drive way too fast.
Joe, it's too fast.
Let's get in. All right. As much as I don't want to get into the scar tissue from last week, at least go from that to this week. How in the world do you, like, Liam's having to say a lot of things this week, kind of being uber positive. How would you deal with that fourth quarter fail coming into another big ball game this weekend?
Well, first of all, I think we all have to keep in mind that, unless our offense, does what it's supposed to do, we're going to have a rough ball game because our defense obviously is not quite where it needs to be, and it needs help. And actually, the game was going along pretty good until it got to the fourth quarter when the offense couldn't move the ball. Couple 3-and-outs, and all of a sudden, it started ganging up on the defense being tired. So, to me, I think the biggest thing is that you have to, bouncing back is not a big pep talk. Bouncing back is not worrying about what happened to you last week and not worrying about what's going to happen another week later. It's just what goes on this week, and you really have to focus on zeroing into who you're playing against. And I'm sure that, Cohen is, obviously he was upset at the end of that last ball game. And I think he was just as upset with the fact that that's a game that we should have won. And, I think that he will be pretty transparent about, them having to zero back in on this week. All you have to be is 1-0. That's the only thing they have to worry about.
All right, we talked about any number of issues. The offensive line just looks, just bad right now. Honestly, you can't get a pass rush off the edge. Your interior on the defensive line is getting gashed. The secondary is shaky. You're dropping balls on offense. Your quarterback's not throwing with anticipation. Of all of that, Dave, if you could give me right now one major malfunction that you think would, if changed, could really go a long way into turning this thing.
Well, I think the biggest thing to me, and again, of course, I lean on the defense, and to me, the pass rush is the key. When you allow a team, to do what Texas did to us with a backup quarterback, it's absolutely ridiculous. And And I think that the biggest thing there is that's a red flag for us. I'm not sure we can do anything about it. I think Liam, I mentioned this on the podcast with Campo and Joe, that Liam made the statement, which I think is a true one, that when what's happening right now is they've improved on the run, which to me is a plus until the fourth quarter of the game when they were completely gassed. We've improved on the run. Well, what that does is it forces more passes on first and second down, and that's what they're seeing. And the problem with that is that what they're seeing is they're getting not real deep drop back passes and not necessarily quick passes. They're kind of in between. They're 1-2, get rid of the football in less than 3, 2.5, 2.7, and it's not giving our pass rush an opportunity to get there. So somewhere along the line, we've got to figure out some things of attacking the middle of it as opposed to the edges, because our edges are not getting there. There's no question about it. And to me, it goes back to if we can continue to run more games and things that allow us to, with the outside guys, to come back underneath and get on the guards in the center, I think we're going to be more successful. And I think that's probably, from a defensive standpoint, the biggest thing that has to improve, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's such a – we're talking with our head coach, Dave Campo, as we break down the Jags going into this Chargers game. It's just such a kick in the shorts when you know that you don't have that pressure that's coming off the edge. And we mentioned the way things have gone. Basically, right now, the Chargers have, 2.5 times the sacks that Jacksonville has. It's 12-29, I think, is the number. But that interior part of this, coach, if they are, like Eric Armstead's leading the team right now in sacks, if they are going to get anything done, is Campanile just forced to send more guys and maybe just try and take a few extra chances?
I think he has to. And the other thing that, we talked about the other day is the fact that, my background defensively, guys, is match zone. You're matching routes. You're reading 2 in, 3 out. What's going to happen behind it? When they run a tight end inside underneath, they run the back out in the flat, something's coming in behind. And you really have to understand that to play the sticks. The problem that we have, combined with what I just talked about, is that we're playing a lot of spot drop zone. And if the defensive backs are not counting on playing the sticks, you've got an issue, because if they're getting the ball out pretty quick, when you're not matching routes and you're not close to them, there's a lot of holes in there, and that's what's hurting us. And I think that is something that when you say bring more guys, I think they have to lock up man a little bit more and take their chances. Just because the ball's coming out pretty quick, and we're just not instinctively playing those stick areas, and all of a sudden we're getting killed.
Dave, Dave just literally nailed it. If you could explain to everybody the whole playing through the sticks process, because I'm thinking, can you still mirror like you like to do? Just shorten the area. That way they're playing in front of the sticks, right? Explain to everybody what you're saying when you say that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, first of all, some of playing in the secondary is based on you understanding what the offense is going to do against you. You have to understand by down and distance what types of situations you're getting. And, we're not understanding, in my opinion, playing knowing the down and distance and what a team has to do. Very seldom is a team going to drop back a true 7-step drop back pass when it's 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 7.
Right.
They're gonna get receivers over the first down marker. Usually your big plays come on downs where it's play action, where you're going to try to go deep. Mm-hmm. We're not getting beat deep, guys, anymore. I mean, everything is keep the thing moving, keep the stay in focus of what you have to do to get a first down, and we're not just doing a good job with that. And I don't know. I've never liked spot drop defense. It's always been some type of match. And when I say match, that means that you're not your eyes are still on the quarterback, but you're moving with routes as opposed to just sitting in a spot and hoping that you can read the quarterback's eyes and have enough time to break and make a play.
Mm-hmm. And they will have to all these guys. You could take roll call and you could just look at them and go, Jarian Jones, here, do better. Or Jarian Jones, here, do more. Because Jones did make a pick early in the game, made a play on a ball, which was nice. But you need the Buster Browns. You need everybody else out there basically just attention to detail and just a little more aggressive. Because, Coach, they got to figure out how to force a takeaway or two if they can, because seemingly it's the only thing that keeps them in ball games right now on that side.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that, we've talked about that a lot, about how it comes in bunches. And, if you usually, if you can make those plays, that kind of disguised our defensive problems right from the beginning.
Yeah.
That just when you do turn the ball over 3 times in a game, that helps your defense quite a bit. And so, when you look at the difference between their defense with those sacks and what they're doing, I'm talking about the Chargers now, right. They're giving up 70 less yards passing a game than we are. Well, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, and to me, it's because their guys have a better understanding. They're a match zone team. And they do a good job of understanding what the offense is doing. Well, if you don't do that, you got to get pressure on the quarterback somehow.
All right, we're going to continue letting you X and O your way through this segment, because I have a question for you. Liam Cohen has been talking about with Trevor, just let it rip. When he's got those anticipatory throws, Dave. How difficult is it as a defense to deal with a guy that can throw in anticipation like the elite of the game can do, and how much more difficult is it to defend an offense like that?
Well, first of all, let me just say that from that standpoint, I'm not sure what he means by that, to be perfectly honest with you. The one thing I do know is that when you have a history of turnovers, let me back up. We talk about taking the profit, right?
Right.
Okay. But when taking the profit doesn't mean that you look to just dump the ball down all the time. It means you go through your progression, and if it's not there, where the underneath guys are. Don't force something. Get it to somebody that can make a play. And that's taking a profit. Well, to me, when you turn the ball over a lot, which Trevor has done through his career, it sticks in the quarterback's mind that I have to be more careful in what I'm doing.
Right.
And that I think what he means is look at your key. If the key's not there, then dump it down. But if the key is there, then make a throw.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and throw the ball. Don't wait for something that it's not going to be there. And it's very simple to me that if you see a corner, you've got a fade in your mind that you're going to throw to a receiver, and the corner's back turned to you, and he's not in phase, throw it.
Right.
Yeah.
Let the receiver make a play. And it's a catch-22, Matt, because our receivers have had the opportunity to do that, and they haven't done it. So after a while, you've heard me say that Brian Thomas, I haven't seen him make what I would consider an elite receiver catch.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen him do it.
This year.
And we talk this year.
Yeah.
And we talk about him being an elite receiver. Well, that comes into play with the quarterback too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he just means, look, don't worry about what's happened. Don't worry about those things. Just go out there and throw the football when you're asked to throw the football.
All right, so we're going to carry that over because I want to give you two suggestions as far as his play right now and if we can expect a change based on the encouragement from Liam Cohen. We'll do that coming up. We got our head coach for one more seg as we break it down. Keys to victory. If you think there's one out there on Sunday against the Chargers, Coach will give you some hope coming up on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Craving tacos? Take advantage of the amazing lunch specials at One Night Taco Stand. Get bold flavors and bang for your buck with the Taco Trio. Choose any 3 tacos for just $10.99. If you're looking for a Taco Tuesday special every day, then look no further than One Night Taco Stand. 3 Jacksonville locations: Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Basketball season is in full swing, and now you can mix and match football and basketball and win big with PrizePicks, where being right can get you paid on America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. All you do is pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Baker Mayfield, more or less than 230 passing yards. Luka, more or less than 30 points. It's just that simple, everybody. Here's the best part. PrizePicks offers an injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, PrizePicks won't count it as a loss. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. And with FlexPlay, you can double your money, even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And all PrizePicks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the PrizePicks app today, use promo code 1010XL, and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5 in lineups. PrizePicks, it's good to be right.
Pre-Game Friday, built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 14th.
Frank Frangie here to tell you about the coolest new thing, a putting green in my backyard that my friends at Sunshine Turf installed. Sunshine Turf can do the same for you. They'll come to your house, they'll create a custom design for your space, and you'll have an authentic golf course experience right in your own backyard. I freaking love it. Sunshine Turf is family owned and they made the process so simple. So visit sunshineturf.info or call them at 904-383-0243 and get a free quote today for your own putting green. Get it from Sunshine Turf.
Truth Teller here, and I've solved all of your holiday problems and stress. A gift card from the Blue Crab Crab House. Get this, you buy a $50 gift card and you get an additional $15 card for free. It's that simple, and as always at the Blue Crab Crab House, the best crabs in Jacksonville, oysters and seafood, period. Blue Crab Crab House, open every day except for Monday, off of San Jose on Jewington Creek Road.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Be huge. He's a big part of our offense, and obviously we haven't had him, the last month or so. So I'm just, excited to get him back, whether that's this week or whenever. obviously want to do what's best for him and make sure he's ready to go when he does come back. But yeah, I'm hoping that's sooner rather than later, because I think it's no secret how important he is to our offense and what he can do, run game, pass game, just how versatile he is.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
So that was Trevor Lawrence talking about the possibility of getting Brenton Strange back in uniform. He is on the practice field with limited participation the last couple of days, and you hope you get him in uniform against the Chargers on Sunday. And if that is the case, that's another weapon that certainly he could use. And some of our listeners could use a little rock and roll, because JJ just cranked up a little. That was kind of a deep cut of Aerosmith.
It's an Aerosmith song I've never heard of. It's not one of my favorite bands, but I mean the beginning of this. I just put it on my playlist.
Yeah, love it.
Lord of the Thighs.
Love it.
We're like in some kind of bizarro world here right now.
What's going on?
Where Brent Strange is your most consistent guy that can catch the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you mean bizarro?
I'm just saying, like, if I would have told you before the season or at some point last season that Brenton Strange was going to be the guy that catches the ball better than anybody on this team.
Yeah, and look, we didn't know what to expect of Brenton Strange coming in this year. I was a believer that he could be an inline blocker and a productive player.
He's proven,
as opposed to be more of an Evan Ingram type of guy as we bring Coach Campbell back in, and he did prove it.
Yeah,
and he also proved his blocking skills. But yeah, now that you put it that way, it is a little bit of a shock that he would be the guy,
far and away the guy too.
What do you think, Coach?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we expected a little bit more from the receiver corps, and obviously we have not gotten 100% there. But I will say that losing Strange was a big deal to me, because obviously he's a guy that you could count on, and you need guys that you can count on at this point. I was kind of happy that Jacoby Myers. Did some things right out of the blocks. And hopefully, if Strange is back, I would expect him to be able to do the same thing right away, and hopefully that's a plus.
Yeah, 3 catches plus 40 yards for Jacoby Myers, which was great. All right, I mentioned what you and Matt and I were talking about with Liam Cohen, basically telling Trevor to let it rip. I just want to point out 2 things, and I don't think, because we said, hey, Trevor might be a little tight because he's trying to avoid turnovers. Well, he ain't avoiding turnovers, okay? And so think of the last 2 games, goes down the field in position to give this team an early 7-point lead, and he throws it into 4 hands, not 2 hands, but 4 hands wearing the other team's uniform. And then this last one with the Derek Stingley throw, when you had points that you were trying to get right before the half. And so that's the only thing I'm concerned about, Coach. I dig the idea of Liam saying, let it rip, but still, it goes back to the same thing that he said a long time ago. Put it on the numbers, period.
Yeah, and I agree with that, and that's why I started the whole thing off by saying I'm not quite sure what he means by that. Right. You know what I mean? I just think that his evaluation of Trevor is that he's worrying too much about everything. Just go out and play football. And, if it happens, if something bad happens, something bad happens. But I know if you're not being aggressive in your approach, I always say this, you look back and obviously it's completely different teams, but Troy Aikman, there were very few games that Troy Aikman went through with the Super Bowl Cowboys where he didn't have a couple of interceptions. Mm-hmm. But he also was, he had some pretty darn good throws too. So in some ways it's similar, and Trevor's a competitor, but you got to let him. I guess just let him play. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. So you know what? I understand what you're saying, Dave. But I think back in those days in the 90s, the DBs were allowed to have their hands all over those guys wherever they wanted. Now the game is literally set up for the passing game to succeed on purpose. And right now their passing game is awful. And as we talk about this all the time, it's a 3-pronged thing. It's a protection thing. It's a guys getting open and catching the ball, which is the most underrated value of all. And it's the quarterback throwing on time and with anticipation. And right now, Dave, none of those 3 things are working.
I agree. And when you look at these two teams, at the end of this, if you ask me what I think who's going to win or what the score is, I got to go with San Diego. Because when you look at it, we're throwing the ball at 60%, okay? They're throwing the ball at 67% completion percentage. And yet, he's been sacked more than our guy. So when you look at the two quarterbacks, you got to say that Justin is a better quarterback, and so that red flag is there. So how do you change that? Well, the biggest thing to me is that like, for example, I said to Joe the other day, I'm surprised they didn't put Trevor on the move a little bit more. Throw some boots in there, some things that just get him on the move, because he obviously he was getting rushed, and that makes the difference. So nothing is really working at this point. But if we're going to have a chance this weekend, the offense has got to step up, in my opinion.
All right,
because I don't know that we're going to get anything different on defense.
So let's use the last minute or two on that. So run game, game plan. What do you think are the two really important things on that side of the ball that have to happen, since we already basically hit the defense?
Well, the run game has to. That's one of the advantages that we have over them. Their defense is giving up an average of 5 yards a carry. Well, that's not great now, and we're allowing only 4 points a carry on defense. So, that we have to run the football. And you talk about the offensive line, Matt, earlier.
Right.
I'll tell you right now, the two offensive tackles are better run blockers than they are pass blockers. And so, at least when you've got that kind of a scenario, get the ball, on some of the power plays and some of the balls on the perimeter a little bit more, because we've had success there. We've had more success there than running right up the middle. I can tell you that right now. So, though, when you just said that, to me, that's the advantage we have. We have to control the football on offense to keep the defense off the field for us to have a chance.
What's the formula, I guess, to get this game to the fourth quarter? Because if you can get any NFL game to the fourth quarter, you got a chance of winning it. What's the formula right now?
Well, I think every game we've been in but one, we've been able to do that. And that's because I think we're a better team than we were a year ago. I think the energy level has to keep up. And I think that's something that, obviously it depends on how the game is going. And when you look at it, for example, they're giving up 24 points. They're scoring 24 points a game. We're giving up 24 points a game. Okay? Mm-hmm. Their defense is allowing 20 points a game. We're scoring 22 points a game. So for me, this game is just about what happens in this game. And I think the formula is just go out there and have a plan, attack the perimeter of the defense more, keep yourself out of the third and longs, and then, go from there.
All right, so we're just going to see how it goes, Coach. You hope that the penalties start to go away. That is as important as anything that we've talked about. We'll see what happens, and then we will cover it all next week. We know you'll enjoy it. We know you might get frustrated at times, but that's why we appreciate the Dave Campo text during the game.
Wait a minute. Frustration. I get frustration a lot during these ball games. I can tell you that right
It's
now.
the truth. And
along with everybody else in the room you've got there.
It's the truth. And as we say goodbye to you, we did get a listener who is cruising right now. And just for your enjoyment, he says, I'm on I-20 between Birmingham and Atlanta, and I need one of those restrooms right now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Buc-ee's is the key.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right,
See you
love
later,
you, bro.
guys. Have a great one.
All right. Our head coach, Dave Campo. Like he said, the Campo and Joe podcast up on the social channels. Definitely go there and check it out, because he's definitely dropping knowledge on you. All right.
We got to get into the whole line thing. The line is weird in this game. Yeah. It just makes you think that something might happen. 2.5 it's at now.
All right, here's an example of what you're talking about. We'll do it coming up. But last night, it went from 11.5 to 13 at Hard Rock Bet. And what was the number?
13.
13.
Always.
It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL.
It's a college basketball bonanza on the First Coast. Hurricanes and Gators at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Hear it live Sunday night at 8:30 on 1010XL.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, all-pro lineman, and your lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this, every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop's special deal. Order a 50-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using promo code JAX10 to get $10 off. That's right, carry out or delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX10 for $10 off a 50-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
I'm Elizabeth Graham, Army veteran and owner of Bright Star Care of Ponte Vedra, West Jacksonville. Veterans caring for veterans, that's where the true understanding begins. Our nurse-led team brings skilled nursing, personal care, and companionship to veterans, seniors, adults, and children right in your home. From daily tasks to advanced care, we help your loved ones stay independent and comfortable at home. Call us anytime at 904-709-4446. Bright Star Care, a higher standard.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 14, 2009, rookie Brandon Jennings set a Bucks record by scoring 55 points against the Warriors, breaking the previous record set by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 1970.
Tired of running out of hot water? It's probably time for a new water heater. Call Duck Duck Rooter, the plumbing pros who specialize in water heater installation and service, including tankless water heaters, gas or electric. Call us today for service. DuckDuckRooter.com.
You've got a circle of friends, right? Well, how about a circle of beer? All your favorites like Bud Light, Bud Heavy, Mick Ultra, or Natty Light. It's all there in the cold case at Circle K. Probably one right around the corner right now calling your name. Slide on in to a Circle K.
You better walk. You're the best divorce lawyers in town.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
I tell my clients every day, marriage is just a trap. Let's light it on fire. Showtime, ladies.
Starring Kim Kardashian, Naomi Watts, Niecy Nash Betts, Tiana Taylor with Sarah Paulson and Glenn Close.
God, I love my job.
Hulu original series, All's Fair. Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus. For bundle subscribers, terms apply.
1010XL is your home for Florida Gators football. Protected by the law firm of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Follow every Gators game on 1010XL.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm at Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkestone. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Pick it here for Oceanside Cleaners, the very best in dry cleaning service. Free pickup and delivery, or use their self-service kiosk in Ponte Vedra and Southside for drop-off and pickup. Dry cleaning, laundry, bedding, and bridal gown preservation. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. Oceanside Cleaners.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
People try to put us to down. Talking about my generation. Just because we get around.
This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Now, this one did make me laugh just a little bit. One of our texters came in. JJ the DJ, hard at work. His playlist is vast and deep. And one of our texters did come in, our prime timers in the noon hour, and say, hey, can you play that for Trevor? The generational one. So there you go. All right, 641-1010.
That's cold-blooded, man.
Yeah, 641-1010. You guys hit the text line designed by Lifetime and closes.
His balls are different in person.
Let us know what you're thinking, especially about this game coming up. We mentioned the line, and Vegas do know more than we know more often. Doesn't mean they're always right, but it is certainly an interesting number if it falls below a field goal in Jacksonville, the underdog at home. Now, we've seen underdogs. Miami's a perfect example last week against the Buffalo Bills, and they just thrashed them. So we'll see. Real quick, I wanted to read this one text, and I did shoot it to Coach Campo, but he said, I would love to know if Campo agrees with my eyes that Jarian Jones is much better as a downhill slot nickel corner than a back-to-the-ball chaser on the outside. I do think his instincts are pretty dang good, and he's physical enough that I feel like that inside position allows him to deliver that hit, allows him to use those hands, play close, and I think Liam Cohen's talked about this, the stickiness, and it could be sticky whether it's guys holding on to the football or sticky as far as corners covering up receivers. They need to do a better job there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, man, all of their corners, they're all just kind of average. I wouldn't say any of them are where you're like, all right, that's a shutdown guy. That's a guy who could potentially be a shutdown guy.
Right.
They're just guys out there right now that are struggling. I think they all are, actually. They'll make a play every once in a while. Monteric makes a play every once in a while. Jari makes a play every once in a while.
Right.
But a majority of the time, they've got problems back there. And a lot of it is because they can't get a pass rush.
No.
You cannot expect those guys to cover forever and ever and ever at back there.
They're getting blamed when there's something else at work that's not working for them, not helping them. And anybody who watches the game, if those guys are back there too long, the classic, hey, a receiver will finally work away from you because you have just run out of gas.
Right.
And if it's a 3+ second, 4-second situation where no one is getting to the quarterback with any regularity or quickness, then yeah, they're going to be able to feast on secondaries.
Or even affecting the quarterback.
Right.
I mean,
right.
even like putting them in a position where they're hurrying a throw.
Yeah. And it was a decent number completion percentage-wise that Davis Mills had, decent number overall yardage-wise. Yeah, you can't let that happen.
Some of those pressures, too, the way they do pressures is if you make the quarterback move. Mm-hmm. If he just steps up in the pocket and he's safe, who cares?
Yeah.
It's not really a pressure.
If you move him up and he still gets to make that clean pocket work for him,
right.
yeah, and still deliver a good throw, yeah, 100%. And so that's what you're trying to do is you can't just hurry him. You need to get him on the ground. You need to rough him up a little bit. You need to make him a little nervous about his decision to hang on the ball too long. We mentioned one of the guys the other day, like I never ever thought I'd see this, but Aaron Rodgers is anticipating hits and he's letting the ball fly. Nothing
I saw that a
like
couple times,
nothing like he would have done before.
Yeah.
And you know who he just played? That Chargers pass rush. And so that was the game that he was letting it fly on. So you hope that there's good blocking up front and enough time for Trevor to trust his arm, trust his eyes, and let it fly. All right, let's let it fly into the 1 o'clock hour. We got chances for you to win tickets to the Gators Hurricanes basketball game. We'll give them away after our conversation coming up here in just a second. Todd Golden, coach of the Florida Gators, defending national champions, will join us on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Sometimes the secret weapon is the special teams.
He's got a big leg. He's got a career-long.
After the game, pump up the Superior Plumbing Special Teams Player of the Game, sealed by Superior Plumbing and Pipelining on 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville, Rick Ballou here. Small business owners need trucks and vans to keep your business moving? Jacksonville Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram Westside has Ram 1500s to heavy-duty 2500s, ProMasters, and custom uplifts ready to work. Visit them on Commonwealth Avenue or go online to jaxwest.com. Jacksonville Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram Westside, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local partner for work-ready vehicles.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Games, sporting events.
Sports never stop.
Football, baseball, basketball, what's left, huh?
And neither does the Sports Talk on 1010XL. I'm Lauren Brooks. Set your GPS for Lauren's Lane. 2 to 4 weekdays on Helmets and Heels. Driven by Mazda at the Avenues.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sunny's here.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Jacksonville, are you ready? The college basketball season is tipping off soon with an epic in-state showdown. The defending national champion Florida Gators and the Miami Hurricanes go head-to-head in the Jacksonville Hoop Showdown. Be there Sunday, November 16th at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena and witness this in-state rivalry live. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com. It's Florida versus Miami right here at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, November 16th. Ticketmaster.com.
Hurricane season on the First Coast can leave you in the dark, so why not get a head start on storm season with a home generator system from American Electrical? They've sold and installed more generators in Jacksonville than any other company around, with scores of whole home generator installations throughout North Florida. That's right, American Electrical has been installing and repairing thousands of generators for over a decade in Duval. Keep your loved ones and property protected. Log on to american-electrical.com and see how they can help you.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,700 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design help us get organized at home. They create custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and more. Closets by Design will transform clutter into seamless organization. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before the holidays and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. 18-month financing is available. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
There's lots of reasons to use Cume flowers when you need to send floral arrangements. This is JJ with 1010XL. No matter what the reason or the occasion, Cume Flowers delivers with only the best. Log on to CumeFlowers.com and make someone's day.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Good Brothers Roofs and Gutters. The Florida Gators will travel to Oxford, Mississippi as they take on number 6 Ole Miss on Saturday. Kickoff between the Gators and Rebels is scheduled for 7 p.m. on ESPN. Our coverage for the contest will begin at 4 p.m. here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. 73 degrees at 12:59. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Good, beautiful Friday for you to enjoy. Soak it up. This fall weather, outstanding. And you know that when you're out and about, puts you in a good mood. You can look forward to the weekend. You got night ball tonight in the college football world. Of course, a full slate of it tomorrow on Saturday. And then Sunday, your Jags against the L.A. Chargers. I just don't want to take L's from two LA teams, okay? I think of LA, I think of the Dodgers, okay? I think of champions. But I don't.
Campo is still calling them San Diego Chargers,
Yes,
so
he is.
we'll roll with that.
That is true.
We're okay with that, too. That's all right.
I love it.
Yeah, it is old school.
They're always going to be that to me.
That is kind of how you view them, how you see them. And I can still see that Phillip Rivers van heading up, what is it,
Right.
I-5, whatever,
Right.
coming from San
Every
Diego
week.
to LA with his tricked out Rico ride.
Plus, if they're wearing those powder blues, which they do now every week, that's San Diego.
Yeah, yeah. And look, that old powder blue is still awesome. I got to give the Patriots credit last night. That rivalry blue that they kicked out, pretty good with their helmets.
I thought I had to change the color on my television at first.
Yeah,
I'm like, what's going on with
the
that?
ice blue is what they call it,
Okay.
right? The helmet. I like the
they
helmet.
called it rivalry blue. TLD looked it up because she was looking at it, and it looked cool.
Rivalry blue. Huh?
Yeah,
I like the helmet.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The jerseys, the helmet was cool.
Yeah, I thought
I
they
like the quarterback.
Yeah, he's pretty
Yeah,
good.
A
too.
lot.
Yeah,
I do too.
Pop-Tart, he's pretty good. He has popped up and is right now at the top of the MVP conversation right now. And Drake May, believe it or not, I'd have to look at Hard Rock Bet again and see if it's changed. But earlier this week, he was the betting favorite. And everything he did last night certainly didn't change your mind. And the thing that you can see that Drake May does, let's make this the 10-10 take, JJ, real fast, because we got Todd Golden coming up in a couple of minutes.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit master since 68.
It's crazy when a guy just gets it. And it looks like Drake May gets it, and man, does Mike Vrabel get it. 10-10 Take brought to you by Sonny's. Enjoy some delicious barbecue over the weekend, especially if you are heading for the game. Pick up some tailgate grub. We're talking ribs, chicken, you name it, all those delicious sides. Check it all out at any one of your area Sonny's. So both Mike Vrabel and Drake May get it right now. And this guy, what Liam is telling Trevor to do is what Drake's already doing. He is letting it rip. He's playing with confidence. He's seeing the field, making good decisions, knowing when to turn it loose, knowing when to be aggressive, knowing when to dial back. All those things are part of operating that position at a high level. And he's keeping himself basically out of harm's way. He can move when he needs to. He's trusting his arm and his eyes. Last night, he made just easy work of a couple of Jets defenders, drawing them to him and then tossing it over the top. It was just a soft toss. And I want Trevor, like we were all talking with Coach Campbell just a minute ago, a moving pocket, take off and run, bait players into committing to you, and then throw it right over the top of them. All those things would be awesome to see. Same body type and skill set. That is the 10-10 take. It's the exact same guy.
It'd be lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be.
But my fear right now at this point with Trevor is you'll get that once every 3, 4, 5 games. But right now he is who he is because there's so much dang scar tissue there, man, from what's happened. And I just see that when I look at him right now and I see him on the field and I see some of the just strange decisions he makes and the strange throws he makes.
Yeah.
And then every 3 or 4 games you're like, all right, that's the dude. That's the guy he should be.
That's the one you're dying to see.
There's no consistency, and I think a lot of that is the scar tissue from the last 4 years.
Yeah, but if he can operate the way Liam's asking him to operate, if you do see that first read, it's good. Make the throw. Make it accurately. Make it quickly. I felt like with some of the runs that Trevor was using earlier in this season against the Houston Texans as an example, that he was really starting to understand everything that he can do. Because, look, we know he is an athletic freak with a big arm, size-wise. Like we said, he falls in that Herbert, Drake May kind of body type. Let it work, man. And if it ultimately happens, I would love to see it. It's the classic John McKay comment. I'm all for it, okay? If he can get it going. Yeah, I'm all for it. If he can get it going, because he has – we've all said this at one point or another, Matt. Whenever you see him make that great play, you're like, that's it. That's what I want to see more of. Why don't we? Or please let us see a little bit more of that.
I wish it was as simple as like a basketball player when you just tell him, just keep chucking it, man. It'll come back. I just don't think you can say that with a quarterback. Just keep chucking it.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to say right now, Liam Cohen. Look, just let it rip. See, let's if it's there, let it rip. But it's different. There's no doubt it's different.
Yeah, I think he is trying to breathe some confidence back into his game. And I still feel like, and this is probably going to be one of the things that most people criticize Trevor the most about, is his decision-making and maybe hanging on to the ball too long and not throwing guys open, not throwing ahead of the receiver, which is what he didn't do with training camp Trammell against Eric Stingley the other day. He has made some baller throws, but it's the other ones that kind of they're maddening.
The throws you're looking for is the out throw against the Chiefs on the final drive. The throw you're looking for is the deep throw to Brian Thomas Jr. on the final drive.
Yeah.
But they're not; those are few and far between. That's the problem.
It sets up for a great Sunday. If they can get in the win column, you can go from the bank right down to VyStar's Veterans Memorial Arena and enjoy a great game.
Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
Defending national champion Florida Gators. You know, Gator fans, it just sounds great when you hear it. And now you've got the head coach of your Florida basketball Gators on with us, Todd Golden, right now on XL Primetime. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. Great to be with you today. Happy Friday.
Listen, Fridays are always good, and when we look forward to this weekend, it is going to be extra special we call them Jag Gators here on the First Coast, Coach. When they head into the arena Sunday night, they are going to see a defending national champion. How special is that in your mind?
It's obviously been it was a great accomplishment for us, and last year was fantastic, and being able to go 36-4 and win the SEC tournament championship and somehow follow that up with 6 straight wins in the NCAA tournament to become victorious, was something that we'll never forget. And it was a huge moment for our program, and we're trying to build on it. And as we get into this new year, though, a brand new challenge in front of us. And I think we're continuing to work through that right now. Some guys in some different roles, that they've been in some new players. And, we've had a kind of up and down start in terms of our consistency. But I think we're starting to kind of hit our groove and look forward to playing a really, really good Miami team in Jacksonville on Sunday.
Hey, Todd, thanks for joining us. Last year, your perimeter, you had 3 just really physical guys on the perimeter that could shoot, that could defend. It's a little different this year. How have you changed the way you're coaching this team because of it?
We obviously lost, and this might sound like hyperbole to some, but not to me, like a generational backcourt. We had 3 guys that started every game for us, led us the whole way, winning a national championship. They end up all getting drafted, in June. And, you're not going to be able to replace a backcourt like that. And so we were able to go out and get some really talented transfers, Boogie Fland and Xavier Lee coming in, some move Tommy House to playing more on the wing. And so we're a lot different this year, from a perimeter standpoint. We don't have the same physicality defensively, but I do think we've been able to make up for that with our length and our strength in the front court, and then moving Tommy to the 3. And then we're still, I think Boogie did a really good job kind of finding his rhythm and groove in the second half last week against Florida State. And I think X is still trying to kind of find his way. But both those guys are really talented players, and I'm really excited to see how well they perform once they get completely comfortable in our system.
It was a big win, 78-76 over Florida State, the in-state rival. We're talking with Todd Golden as Florida will roll into the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena Sunday night, 8:30 tip against Miami. What if you did give a mission statement to Hand Lockton Condon, and how, like, you talk about those three and how special they can be. What was that kind of mission statement for those three coming back?
Yeah, and I'd put Ruben Chinyelu in that conversation as well, being a great front court player for us. And really the mission / mentality and kind of way we're looking at it was, as we discussed, our backcourt, they were kind of our leaders in the face of our program last year. And our front court, in my opinion, was a little underrated, and people weren't necessarily giving them the flowers that they deserved for the success that we had. But all four of those guys coming back allowed us the opportunity to build around them and kind of make this their team, play through those big guys, give them a lot of opportunity to play together and kind of be the leaders, because they'd been through it and they had won a national championship. They could, kind of articulate their experiences to their new teammates and try to guide them to having success in their own right. But the idea and the mission was kind of them stepping up and stepping forward and becoming the leaders of this new challenge that we have this year.
Todd, you have a very challenging and frankly fun non-conference schedule coming up. What do you Duke and UConn and George Washington, St. Francis is going to be easy. What do you hope to get out of the next month with this team heading into the conference play?
Yeah, well, it's definitely challenging. We'll say it's TBD on how fun it is. I think it's fun for the fans. As a coach, you might want a few more cupcakes on there at times, but no, it is great, and I think it's something that is really good for this group specifically. I don't think it would do us much good to play inferior competition the whole month of November and December before we get to the SEC, and then you kind of figure it out then. We're figuring it out early, the areas that we need to improve, some of the problem areas, some of the areas that we're doing really well, like we're on the glass. We're rebounding really well so far, and I think that's an area that's going to be really good for us all year. But I would say kind of being able to go through a little bit of adversity, see ourselves being challenged and not having, automatic success, I think is going to be really good for us as we get into the teeth of the SEC season.
Do you see the SEC being this, once again, monster conference where you might get 10, 12 bids to the tournament?
I do. I think we're going to get a lot of bids. Do I think it's going to be as good as last year? No. Transparently, I don't think any conference is going to be as good as our league was last year for a long time. I think that was a pretty unique and special season. I do think the SEC will, again, be the best league in college athletics, but I do think it might be a little easier than last year. But with that being said, I still do, predict us to have somewhere between 10 and 12 teams make the NCAA tournament.
So just spend 1 or 2 minutes on last year, if you don't mind, because like you said, you got to stay in the present. But there are so many Gator fans that are listening right now on the First Coast to say, my God, man, I'm still going back to the DVR and punching in that Houston game. What is there one stretch or one thing that you lock in on as far as what led to cutting down the nets ultimately and winning the Natty?
Yeah, I look back to our SEC tournament run and us just really getting to the point where I think we played the best basketball that we had played all year, even considering the NCAA tournament. We played really, really well, and we got really confident, and it allowed us kind of the runway to have the finish that we did. And then once we got in the tournament, I thought we were a little tight the first 2 games. I thought, we played fine against Norfolk in the opener, but then in UConn, we were down a decent amount in the second half, and I thought we were a little tight, and we pushed through and got that win. Get to the Sweet 16, I felt like we took a little bit of a breath and enjoyed it a little bit. We played great against Maryland, and then we ran into a buzzsaw against Texas Tech, and a team that was playing really, really well, down 10 or so with 4 minutes to go. And, the moment where Walter hit 2 threes in a row, or Tommy House hit 2 threes in a row, and then Walter hit 2 in a row to kind of take us on a 14-2 run and take back the lead was really the defining moment in my mind of what allowed us, to make it to the Final Four and then win those 2 games. And, obviously down the stretch of the Final Four in the second half against Houston, I thought the way we played defensively in the last 4 minutes of the game, I think we turned them over 4 different times, and we didn't allow them to get a shot off on the last possession, which is something that, we'll always look back on and be really proud of.
Yeah, it was incredible stuff. And Gator fans chiming in right now on the text line saying that love it, love it, love it, more of it. And, that's always the request. Well, listen, enjoy your trip up here and obviously the season and all that you have accomplished down there in Gainesville. And we know many Gator fans and Canes fans will be looking forward to that tip Sunday night.
Yeah, we're really excited. Thank you guys for having us. Obviously, Jacksonville is really important to our program. It's a great place for us where we know we have a lot of great support in Florida Gators fans, so whether they're alums or just regular fans. So for us to get back into ViStars and be able to play there and get these people to turn out is really fun, and we look forward to playing there on Sunday.
Thank you very much, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Todd.
All right, guys. Have a great day. Take
Yeah,
care.
and you know what he said is true. He wants to make sure that those fans on the First Coast enjoy it, come in there, and it's going to be a good one. That's for sure.
Look at that. The national championship coach at Florida.
Yeah.
Calls the Gator flagship.
Yeah.
Football coach. Yeah.
No.
Not too much.
Hopefully the next one.
Yeah.
By the way, I got a good Pacifico for you real quick.
Oh, okay.
Real quick. Maybe you can give us a little music.
Actually, we need to do it. Yeah, that's a classic tease. We're
Make
saving
it real quick.
We're
real
saving
quick.
All right.
Real
We're
quick.
saving it.
Real quick. Gators won 18 of 19 to finish last season. Who's the only team that beat them?
18 of 19.
18 of 19 to finish last season. Who's the
Georgia.
only team to beat them?
Tennessee.
JJ with Georgia.
I
Nailed
knew
it.
it. Because it's the former coach.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. That's right. I was trying to remember that.
Mike White. That's his
Uh-huh.
name.
Yeah, that guy.
Look
All
at
right.
me, I'm a college basketball expert.
You
Come on.
are.
Mike White, who also had no problem calling in, too.
Yeah.
Also. Weird.
Nobody wanted to hear from him, though.
Hey, listen.
Still.
He had
no problem calling in.
We had one conversation with Billy Napier and Hacker and I, and then he blocked both of us on X. Okay, so it wasn't long after that. But the Jacksonville Hoops Showdown, Sunday night, presented by Geico and the Florida Sports Roundtable. So we definitely appreciate those coaches, Jay Lucas and Todd Golden, jumping on with us. That's for sure. All right, so let's give away a family 4-pack of tickets. Caller number 4-641-1010 to head down to the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena and take in Miami v. Florida.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. A super defense is like a superior fence. They both protect what you value.
Pass rush, linebacker secondary.
After the game, Superior Fence and Rail highlights the defensive player of the game on 1010XL.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
What's happening, beautiful people? It's your main man, E to the T here. And cool air, open trails, and that perfect Florida winter sunshine, woo! It's the season to get outside and explore Clay County. From Christmas parades and hometown festivals to holiday markets and local theater shows, holiday magic is lighting up every corner of Clay County. Get outside, get moving, and get active. Come see everything happening this season at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
Catch the Jacksonville Jaguars every day
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony. Talking Teal every weekday from 10 to noon
Jaguars Today.
on 1010XL.
Hi, folks. Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance painting.
Looking for your new favorite hangout this football season? Try Voodoo Brewing Company in the heart of San Marco. Locally owned and community focused, Voodoo Brewing serves up award-winning beers, scratch-made upscale pub fare, and laid-back vibes where everyone's welcome. For live music, trivia nights, and all the football action this season, make Voodoo Brewing Company Jacksonville your new favorite spot on San Marco Square.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here for Big Chief Tire. If you need new tires, Big Chief has affordable options to fit every budget and every vehicle. Their team of experts will help you find the right tires and make sure they're installed quickly so you can get back on the road. But don't wait. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and explore their great tire deals. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jags homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I called you about the ductwork in my attic this summer, and you totally blew me off.
I did.
My airflow is too low and my bills are too high.
I know.
There's stains on my ceiling tiles and sweating around the vents, and the mice have chewed so many holes in the ducts, I think they're getting more AC than I am.
I know.
Then how could you let me suffer all summer, Jason?
Because summer is the one time of year I just can't send my technician into someone's steaming hot attic. They'd kill me. Ductwork is hot, cramped work at the best of times. Lucky for you, those best of times are in November.
You mean like now?
Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair your old, damaged, or just plain sketchy ductwork right now when it's not too hot and not too cold.
And none of your technicians will kill you.
It's a win-win.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. How about a six-pack of picks on XL Primetime? It's time to protect the crown. Capped by Corona, La Playa awaits.
I love the sound of that.
He just jumped right into it. Oh, yes. Well, Corona, the Corona Cat, fully involved. As JJ said earlier, as much as Coach Campbell, the only two asking for standings right now in our picks contest.
Every Friday morning.
Is Coach and the Corona Cat. Matt, the Corona Cat, he is all about it. So La Playa awaits. We've an opportunity to not only kind of match wits against us, but beat the Corona Cat. One of our listeners will be given a chance to dial in after we are done with our picks. JJ will take them through the six-pack of picks. If they beat the Corona Cat, they go in with double the entry opportunities. If they run the table, meaning they just sweep the board, they're going to go in 3 times, which improves their chances because we're talking – we only have a couple more.
And we haven't had a guy go 6-0 yet.
No, not
yet. So last week, though, Eric did go 4-2. He will have double entries because, unfortunately, our Corona guy went 1-5, which brings me to the standings. Leon's still 1 game up of Coach. He is 33-27. Actually, I'm looking at the wrong week. So Leon is 37-29 now.
Yes.
Campo 36-30. Me and Matt tied 34-32. Corona is now 32-34, a couple games under 500, and Joe in last place, 30-36 against the spread.
Oh, I told the Corona Cat, I said, look, bro, that 1-5 will get you a hell of a lot closer to DAL if you keep that up. I said, because now you've dropped to within 2 games of old Joe C, which is not good right now.
Down there. All right, so we usually start with the NFL, but there is a really good slate of NFL games, so we'll leave that for last.
Okay.
So college football. High noon, Notre Dame at Pitt. Game day will be there. I know Pat Narduzzi said this game doesn't matter. Notre Dame.
They could beat us 100 to
100 to 110. He said. 110. So Notre Dame is 12.5-point favorites on the road. Leon is taking Notre Dame. Campo is taking Pitt.
Okay.
Matt.
Golly. It's a lot of points, number one. But Pitt has beaten no one. No one.
FSU.
Duquesne.
They've also
Central
lost
Michigan,
to West Virginia.
Boston College, Florida State, Syracuse.
Rivalry
They beat
games.
NC State.
Sure.
That was a decent win. And Stanford. They've beaten no one.
No.
That's all. How many? 12.5?
Yeah.
Yeah. At home, though.
I could see Notre Dame just routing them, too. I'm going to take the points. I'll take the points.
Oh, you're taking...
I'm going to take Pitt in the points.
After all that.
Like an idiot, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Joe?
He's probably smart to talk himself into it by giving you all the reasons not to take it. Actually, it's probably not a bad play at all. And what is his name? The quarterback. Once he stepped in,
CJ Carr.
No, the Pitt quarterback.
For Pitt.
Holstein?
Yeah,
No, Holstein was the hurt.
He's out.
Heinzel.
Yeah,
He's
he's out.
Heinzel.
This dude, they popped in there, and he's produced some pretty dang good numbers. But I'm going to lay the points.
Yeah, me too. I like Notre Dame big in this game. I don't think Notre Dame has any issue with the last 3 guys on their schedule.
Corona Cat also laying 12.5.
All right, next up in college.
I feel much better about taking that 12.5 now.
3:30 game, OU at Bama. Bama at home, 6.5-point favorites. I'll give you Leon took OU and Campo took Bama. Matt.
You know what? I would immediately say Bama, but that scared me last week, that offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That scared me.
They can't run the ball.
I get it, that's a rivalry game, but you're right. They can't run the ball, and they're kind of giving up pressures now, too.
Is this a rivalry?
Alabama LSU was right. It's a huge rivalry.
I thought you were talking about tomorrow.
This one is after last year.
True, when Oklahoma upset them and ruined their playoff.
Yeah, and there's no doubt they've got that. There's no doubt about that. But
revenge.
South Carolina got a good pass rush on them. Oklahoma's got a better pass rush than any of those guys. Oklahoma's D-line is really good. 6.5. I'm going to take Alabama. I can't talk myself into it. I'm taking Alabama.
You're doing this
taking
every
Alabama.
pick now.
It's great logic. I may Oppo Joe it when he keeps going like this. But
I'm so worried about that offense, man.
yeah, I am. I'm going to take the points because Brent Venables at least did one thing when he did go on the road against another team that was having a difficult time stopping anybody, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Now, Bama's defense is better, but their run game just isn't anywhere near where it needs to be. And when you start, Ty Simpson's been fantastic, but he, at some point, will not be able to produce enough for them. Anyway, laying 6.5, I think.
Also, this could be the classic Bama game where they're winning 23-21, late touchdown cover.
Yeah, maybe.
And they can afford to lose this, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still getting to the playoffs, win or lose this game. All right, I'm taking Bama. I think Bama wins by 7.
By 7?
Yep, which covers the spread.
The Corona Cat is jumping in Bama minus 6.5.
All right, last college game. Let me give you guys a quick underdog upset before we get to our last college game.
Mm-hmm.
NC State's beating Miami tomorrow. I'm telling you. And they're like 13.5-point favorites. They're going to win that game.
I love how he prepares himself for defeat.
It's sad.
He does. You're almost like Hacker now that way. That's a very much a Hacker move right there. That is very much I'm telling you right now, Kentucky's beating the Gators. That's 100% what you just did right there.
All right, next up, last game in college. Texas at Georgia. This one is juicy. This is a night game, I think 7:30.
Yeah.
Georgia at home. This is me and Joe's favorite line. Vegas does this every week. They are 5.5-point favorites over Texas in Athens.
Savages.
And Leon is taking Georgia, so is Coach.
Yeah, Georgia's going to win big in this game.
Whoa.
Big. Georgia will win big.
Yeah, the only thing that, they're saying, hey, give Sark an extra week. Look at what Arch did against this last opponent, Vanderbilt, when he came out after being in concussion protocol. Look how he balled.
They're coming off a bye,
Who
right?
said give Sark an extra
week?
week? Who said give Sark an extra week?
I don't know, somebody.
Didn't they have an extra week before Florida?
Yeah. I have no idea, but someone was trying to lay that logic out. I don't know who it was.
I think it might have been you.
No. I'm just saying these are the storylines going into this game. Give Sark an extra week, yada, yada, yada.
You don't just walk into the swamp in 2025 and win unless you're Alex Golish.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm with you.
Don't just beat Billy Napier.
There's certain things like Georgia is not necessarily playing angry. They're playing confident. And this is a team that they can look and basically stare down into a sea of intimidation.
Yeah,
I will lay the points.
I totally agree.
I disagree. I just have been unimpressed by Georgia's defense all year.
Of course.
I think they can afford to lose this, and I think that's big nowadays with college kids.
I don't know if they can afford to lose.
Yes, they can, man. All right, I'm taking Texas.
No,
to come.
I'm saying because you've got Georgia Tech coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to win
tough.
at least one of those.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the NFL. All right. Oh, should I? I told you, yeah. Leon and Campo are both taking Georgia. So everybody is taking Georgia except me.
Matt the Corona Cat, plus 5.5.
Oh, he's taking Texas.
On the horns.
Okay. All right.
His
NFL.
spiral will continue.
Bucks at Bills. It's our point spread again, 5.5. The Bills at home, 5.5-point favorites. Leon and Coach taking the Bills. Matt, who you got?
I feel like a desperate Bucks team's going to go in there and cover that. I don't think they're going to win, but they're going to cover.
Okay. Joe?
It's interesting because I wanted and felt like the Bucks were going to play better this past week at home. The Bills laid an egg on the road, how can we expect the Bucks to travel north and overcome that number? It's still a decent number, though. It's a good number.
5.5 is a solid number.
Yeah. I will take the points.
All right, the Bucks. I'm taking the Bills. I think it's a big bounce back spot for them. They'll win by a touchdown.
Hang on 1 second. 1 second. Officially, I'm flipping that pick. I'm taking the Bills.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
Well, just do whatever
because
you want.
when Joe agreed with me, I kind of went.
Oh, yeah, which, by the way, listeners, I know you probably aren't keeping track at home, but Matt, off the air last week, before he left the studio, did change his pick to the Pats, and he was the only one that got that right against the Bucks.
Yeah, and
ironically.
I'm kind of against it, but he's flip-flopping, waiting for other people to make choices.
We let it fly just because it was right after the show.
Right at the end, but the Corona Cat is also laying 5.5 and taking the Buffs.
All right. The Bills.
That was midstream,
Buffalo,
though. That one was.
Buffalo Bills.
I just like saying the Buffs. Go
It's
ahead.
just too close to Bucks in this
okay.
instance.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Seattle at the Rams. To me, game of the season, man. The Rams at home, 3-point favorites. Leon is taking the Seahawks, and Campo is taking the Rams.
Rams all day long, Rams. All day long.
Yeah, I will eat those points and take Seattle.
I'm taking the Rams in this one. Really no rhyme or reason. I just think they have a better quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last one. Lions at Philly. The Eagles are 2.5-point favorites at home. This is the Sunday night game. Leon has the Lions. Campo has the Eagles. Sort of a separation Saturday for these two. They have a lot of different picks. Who do you got, Matt?
You know, I was looking the other day. Jared Goff is completing 74% of his passes.
What he did the other day was nuts.
74.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Lions. Yeah, I'll take. What is it? 1.5?
2.5.
I'll take the 2.5. I'm taking.
And old Dan took the play calling duties away from Mr. Morton, which was definitely kind of interesting. Look, Honolulu Blue. A.J. Brown.
You've been riding with them for 2 years, man.
A.J. Brown is surgically tearing his team apart, just cutting
He
it
was
up
quoted
right
as saying that it's a cluster or something inappropriate about the offense, but it is.
Yeah, he ain't wrong. But it's when you announce it to everybody outside of your little world, your cocoon, calling it a poop show.
Yeah, that's what it was.
No.
So you're taking the Lions.
Yeah.
All right, I am taking the Lions. I think the Lions win straight up. I don't think the Eagles are very good at all.
Corona Cat plus 2.5.
All right. Looks like everybody's on the Lions except for Campo. And that's the picks.
Interesting. By the way, Jared Goff, 25 of 33, 75.8%. 320 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. 135.9 passer rating in that doubling up of the nation's team, the Washington football team. All right, we're done with our picks. This is an opportunity, a golden opportunity, to get hooked up with that Corona Tailgate prize pack, which the Corona Cat has happily provided. We're talking tent, chairs, football, cooler, all of it. All you got to do is call JJ, 641-1010. He'll take the qualifying caller, and you can get a Sonny's gift card to set up your barbecue to go along with it. So do that right now, 641-1010.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. It's a coast-to-coast connection as the Lightning Bolts travel 2,400 miles from Southern California to North Florida, Santa Monica Pier to Jax Beach. LA has Lightning Bolts, but Jacksonville has Jungle Thunder. Jaguars, Chargers. Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jaguars. 1010 XL.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Hey,
Hey, Hicken here. Cooler weather right around the corner. So are you ready to float happy in the pool? Listen up. This month, Surfside Pools offering 10% on new pool heaters or heater replacements and installation. That's right. Now is the time to upgrade your pool heating system and extend that swimming season for months of extra enjoyment. Only from Surfside Pools, the trusted name for expert pool service. Family owned and operated. Call 246-2666 or visit surfsidepools.net.
License number CPC 044080.
Food that's good for you can taste good too. Flame Broiler has protein-packed bowls to fuel your day. Introducing their new chicken avocado salad bowl, made with romaine lettuce, rice, cabbage salad, and topped with a delicious house sesame dressing. It's a bowl full of goodness. Eat in, take out, or catered. Flame Broiler is easy to enjoy. Come in Monday through Sunday for happy hour, 2 to 5 p.m. for a chicken mini bowl and drink for $6.95 plus tax. 5 area Flame Broilers to serve you.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
Experience Pink Floyd. Floyd Nation. November 21st at Florida Theater. Floyd Nation. Floyd Nation. Experience Pink Floyd. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 48th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach open 7 days a week in December.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coatings, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jax cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway's a little bit off the board. Haven't talked about it yet, but I think we need to get into it. The Florida-Ole Miss game, just a big game, not only for Ole Miss to basically lock in their spot in the playoff. I think if they win, then they're in, because they could even lose the Egg Bowl and they're still going to be in. And also because you got a chance for Lane Kiffin to see a group of players that he might be coaching next year. But I do say now I'm probably about 85% thinking he's staying.
You
all
are
I'm hearing. Probably about 85%.
75 to 85%. You're thinking he's staying.
Yeah. So anyway, this brings me to.
Just so
I think he's very comfortable where he is. There's the known of where he is. His family's there. His ex-wife now lives in Oxford, and it looks like they're, like I told you guys about, she was with him in the Georgia game, waiting for him outside the locker room. That's what wives typically do with their husbands. All right, so I think he's very happy where he is. He hasn't drank for 5 years. He's in great shape. He's away from football. He's in his best space ever. I don't think he goes to Gainesville and kind of rocks that boat. I think he's very happy where he is. They're going to pay him a lot of money, and he thinks he can win there.
They have U-Haul trucks there.
I know they do. All right, that brings me all the way back to this, by the way.
All right.
Lou Riddick, who will be doing the color for the game on ESPN. And if you have YouTube TV, there's still that little spat they have, so you better get that ESPN app.
And the Disney CEO yesterday, basically what he said, it ain't happening anytime soon.
It's unreal.
It is.
It's unreal.
They want you to get the ESPN package.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, they're digging in.
Forcing you.
So Lou Riddick just posted on X a lot of Gator football fans on my flight to Oxford, and I'm thinking they're just unwavering. Even with all that erosion,
One of the best fan bases on earth.
Yeah.
All that erosion in the last 16 years, they are unwavering in their support of that program.
And I know everything you just said about Lane makes a ton of sense, but I just wonder if there's the itch. And just one to at least put in the back of your head, okay? And this is from our circle of people who talk to a lot of people. A high-ranking SEC source, okay? You love it.
Okay.
It's basically saying that this hiring process is going to take a while, but it will be a playoff coach, and we know who they want, and that would be Lane Kiffin. And we know that that's the name that's been out there.
Could be Dan Lanning.
It could be. and you know how happy that would make me.
You can want Dan Lanning.
Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
He's not a playoff coach.
We'll see whether he's in the playoff.
You never know. They might get in the playoff.
Yeah, you never know. But I'm just saying right now.
Could be Sharon Moore. What if Michigan wins out?
Oh,
my gosh. Now you're really throwing some.
Matt's got bad sources.
Yeah, that is some bad sources.
No one's hiring Sharon Moore. He's about to get fired, if anything.
They're not trying to rip him away from Ann Arbor. That's for sure. But if they believe there's something at the end of the long wait, they will wait. If they don't, then they'll obviously move in a different direction.
Of course.
But right now, you can just imagine back channel conversations easily could have taken place.
By the way, playoff coach could also mean Alex Golish.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. I'm just putting the Lane train still on a.
I know it doesn't
southeasterly
mean Mario
path.
Cristobal.
Yeah, southeasterly
That
path.
ain't happening.
All right, let's fire up the ukulele real quick, JJ, before we are done. Toddy right now saying, if you guys rip away our coach, I will need that ukulele.
It's not happening.
Okay, but
They've been very loud online the last month or so about they're adamant that he's staying. So as a Gator hater, I wouldn't love you guys to have Lane, but also I think it would be hilarious to see the meltdown by
it will be a melt. It will be a melt for all the reasons that Matt listed. None of those are bad reasons, but it's got to be that churn and burn inside. I want to go where I feel like over time I can have the opportunity to play in front of a big crowd for big things. And we'll see whether or not that's the case. All right, so let's go from the Atlantic to the Pacifico with a delicious Mexican lager, Pacifico. Oh, yeah, it is certainly an easy pour and an enjoyable 12 ounces. The cerveza, found in Baja, imported by surfers. For those who live life anchors up. We mentioned Jared Goff, 25 of 33, 75.8% the other day. Just lights out good. He is the third player in NFL history. Jared Goff, third player in NFL history with at least 45 games of 300 yards passing or more.
Wow.
45
already
of 300 yards passing or more in their first 10 seasons. Okay?
Okay.
So one of them is Pat Mahomes. Okay?
Took my first guess.
Yeah.
Stafford's got to be another one.
So Pat Mahomes, 49 games in his first 9 seasons he has. But now Goff is in some rare air, 45 in his first 10 seasons, 300 passing yards or more. Who's the other one?
Stafford.
You go with Matthew.
I'm going to go with
Stafford. I'm going with Stafford.
What's his name for the Falcons?
Matt Ryan?
Let's go with the other Matt Ryan.
All right, see, I love this because I was going to say to Matt Hayes after his Matt Stafford guess, he might have even said Matthew Stafford, that this guy's given name may have been Matthew as well because it is perfecto. It is Matt.
Nice. I haven't gotten one in a while.
By the way, I don't mean to ruin your sponsor, but what's the better feeling for you?
He says, I don't mean to.
What's the better feeling for you? That the SEC theme music for college football, which is now the Big Ten theme music, or popping a Perfecto, a beer. Oh, what's the better feeling?
I think you know the answer. I think you know
but
the
it
answer.
is close for you.
Oh, it's close, but we will go to break on that. You know the answer.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins.
If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein and Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein and Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Pre-Game Friday
Built by Dreamfinders Homes.
on 1010XL.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwoods the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwoods. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwoods, San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Strap in, Duval. The Jaguars are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, November 16th for our annual Salute to Service game. Join us as we honor and celebrate the brave men and women of our military all game long. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. Let's stand together, Duval.
Pork, chicken, brisket. Sometimes the best choice is not having to make one. That's why we're bringing back originals like our Sunny Sampler and Pork 3 Ways. Get your favorite proteins, 2 sides, and bread, starting at just $16.99. A little bit of everything, a whole lot of value. That's why it's always Sunny's here. Sunny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Who lit it up last night? Brought to you by American-Electrical.com.
Flip it back here, turning inside, spinning his way, all the way into the end zone is Henderson for the touchdown. To the outside, and cutting through and going all the way to the end zone is Trevion Henderson. 2 touchdowns for him. Fake, throws, open, caught, touchdown. The hat trick for Henderson.
That guy in that uniform looks like a star. Trevion Henderson. And it's not like they haven't had good running backs up in New England, their fair share, but they also had the interchangeable guys, and it just really didn't matter who it was. And Ramondre Stevenson, whoever, it didn't really matter. But they went and reached for Trevion, and they put that cat, number 32, on him, and 3 times in the end zone last night. And it's not the first big game he's had for that franchise, that's for sure. So
that's not the only connection to the past.
Yeah.
Like, number 10's looking a lot like,
Oh yes, yeah, little Tom Brady-ish. Yeah, but
He's got
saying,
a little
looking
Tom Brady
like
to him, man. He's got a little Tom Brady to him. We've jumped the shark on the show officially Friday at
come on, man.
1:50.
Listen,
He looks terrific.
Hey, listen,
He does. but
people
Brady.
are making comps of players in college with the greatest that have ever played the game, which is kind of
I'm
crazy.
not saying
But
he's Tom Brady. I'm saying
he
he looks
kind of has that
he
look.
looks a little like
Yeah.
he
And
looks a little like TB. That's all.
so
I love it.
Travion lit it up, no question about it. I saw Billy and Carrie yesterday, American Electrical. They certainly are excited about what's going on with this city and everything that's happening. Make sure if you want to light up your world electrically, residential, commercial, you can just check out american-electrical.com, or if you want to excite and ignite your career, make sure you check out them as well and become one of theirs on American Electrical's winning team. All right, speaking of winning teams, let's go.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Lauren Brooks joins us now. Helmets and Heels getting ready to go.
I'm going to channel my inner Todd Golden. Sorry to interrupt you,
Yeah.
Joe. Happy Friday.
Yeah. Todd Golden was a great interview.
He was all peppy, right?
Absolutely. He should be.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the fact that his two guards aren't nearly as good as what people anticipated at this point, but it's early in the season.
But I appreciate what he said, and I wanted him to say it to Gator fans, that run, he knows how special it was. Everyone else should know how special it was, and also not expect it to always be that way. It was just such a great run.
Of course it was. And that's why I know Frank, like my dad, they went to San Antonio, right?
Mhm.
Because they knew this doesn't happen very often. It's obviously been almost 20 years since Florida won in men's basketball before that. But I think, Joe and Matt, the tricky part is because you have 3 returning starters, and then, of course, your 6th man off the bench and Micah Handlogton all back again, and you have those high-profile guards added to the team, people did expect, okay, well, this team is also not going to lose very often this season. And to start off with the loss, I think was a little
But
concerning.
to accuse a Florida fan of being spoiled is not outrageous either, okay? Once you have it, you expect it all the time. All right, what's coming up?
Yeah, we will certainly talk some Jags football. And Eric Armstead, as always, is going to join us at 3 o'clock. Jaguars defensive tackle, who, of course, leads the team in sacks with 4.5.
Sack leader.
You got that right. And we'll also chat with Shannon Farron. She is the Chargers sideline reporter. She was on the Chargers bus headed to Jacksonville as we chat with her a little bit earlier. So we'll play that, in the 2 o'clock hour.
They took
so
a bus from L.A.
Yeah, that's awesome. Affordability. That's what they're looking for. Second team in Los Angeles. All right, Lauren, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much,
All right.
boys. Have a good weekend.
Lauren Brooks, Helmets and Heels with Taylor Dahl and Tom
bus.
McManus coming up.
That had to have been like an airport bus. Or something.
Yeah, I was joking.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have had to leave
I was
like on
gonna say,
Wednesday.
Spano still own the Chargers?
Take a minute, okay? The Rico ride doesn't make it cross country.
By the way,
that
what
fast.
if Drake May is Tommy's clone? Tommy's cloned his
Oh
dog.
my God, that's a great point.
Frozen quarterback?
Holy crap!
He
just
has
saying.
been engineered. If I find out that Pop-Tart is that he's a combination of whatever.
Wait, what is Pop-Tart like? Is that the Biden thing?
He
What did
was
call his
eating
tough
a
guy?
Pop-Tart
He was eating
while
a
they
Pop-Tart when I
interviewed
interviewed him.
What did
So-
President Biden call his friend from when they were young?
Oh,
What was his name? It was like
Something
Pop-Tart,
Pop,
right?
I forget.
Pop something.
We have to go.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, we are done, though. Thanks to Florida Home AC. Outstanding day on XL Primetime. Definitely check out FloridaHomeAC.com. And we will send you off to Helmets and Heels coming up. And then you got a full slate of them. The Frangie Show, Into the Night with Rick Ballou on the AM dial at 4 o'clock. Of course, plenty more with RJ, Hack, Justin Barney, Dylan Denmark, all ahead right here on the Superstation.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. Offense puts people